What's up guys, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Custom Operator series. My last video was a different format, but you guys seem to enjoy it nonetheless, so expect a balance between operator showcases and gameplay / comedy style videos in the future, just so I can branch out a bit and have more time to work on the operators. At the time of making this video, we are shockingly nearing 500 subscribers, which is just a baffling number to me. So as always, I wanted to thank you guys for that. Quick reminder to swing over to the Discord, where many talented community members are sharing their operator ideas and refining them with each other. We're pretty active now, so if you want to squad for ranked or just want to goof around, share some ideas, play some casual, the branch, our Discord, is the place for it. This time, some of our talented community members gave me a hand in realizing these operators, and you should all expect an increase in quality due to their hard work. Without further ado, let's get into Operation CINDER Origin. Operation CINDER Origin takes us to the ancient country of Saudi Arabia, the first Middle Eastern nation with operators joining Rainbow's ranks. Our attacker, Baraka, aligning with Red Hammer, and our defender, Azar, aligning with Ghost Eyes. Both of these operators bring a unique twist on existing gadgets in the game, and can be used to shake up the meta significantly. I personally can't wait to showcase our defender, which can be cleverly used as an alt pick to Kaid. Starting with our attacker, Baraka is a 3-speed 1-armor operator. He brings a gadget that is a fun but simple twist on both Fuse and Flourish's niche of utility clearing, while also stepping into a new territory. Simply put, he has a 40mm grenade launcher. This launcher will have 4 to 6 grenades that Baraka can fire, very similar to Tachanka's grenade launcher. They will do moderate damage to defenders, comparable to regular frag grenades, and have a large blast radius to destroy utility. They do not explode immediately, luckily, so defenders still have time to either run away from their radius while the fuse is going, or choose to swing Baraka while he is vulnerable with the grenade launcher out. The idea for Baraka is to have an operator that can passively pressure defenders out of their positions, while also having some utility clear on top. The caveat being that grenades can damage both you and teammates, and that you have to switch to another weapon entirely, which is the launcher, of course. This means in order to get picks with Baraka, you need to know where an enemy is and have backup in order to shoot them when they try to evade the grenades or try to get a cheeky pick on you. Now, since his gadget fills a lot of niches in the game and can be very powerful when used with some good teamwork, I wanted to give him a pretty tame loadout. He has the Uzi or Thorn's SMG for the more aggressive players, and then the AK-74M or Nomad's AR if you fancy a larger magazine size, both locked to 1x sights. We don't want to give him any magnification. His secondary is the PMM or the Russian pistol, nothing special, but for his secondary gadgets, I wanted to give him both hard breach charge and regular breach charges. Any throwables would have been in conflict with his primary gadget, and I feel a Claymore gives him too much anti-flank potential for his high-risk gadget. Both these breach charges allow Baraka to open up holes in walls or floors that allow him to lob these grenades through, which I feel perfectly fits with his kit. On to our next operator, our defender, we have Azar. Now think of Azar as a sort of alt pick to Goyo, Smoke, or Tachanka. Currently in the game, we don't have a trap operator that does area denial and time wasting passively, meaning that all area denial operators require some sort of activation to get their thing going. So think Goyo shooting his own canisters, or Tubero having to throw his, or Smoke having to activate his. Azar's gadget is fire-based, similar to some of the previously mentioned operators. She shoots a nail out of an underbarrel launcher that hangs a clay pot on the ceiling. When this pot falls, it ignites a flammable liquid, setting the floor on fire in its area of effect. The caveat to this gadget, however, is sound. The string it hangs from is calibrated to the surrounding sound level. Obviously, this only accounts for enemy sound, but I digress. When a sound level is reached, for example by sprinting, shooting without a suppressor, importantly, or by a sound-producing gadget, which I will get into, the pot falls and creates a pool of fire. Now, sound does travel, and this gadget follows those rules. The pot can activate when a sound reaches a threshold in adjacent rooms as well. So if a blitz is rushing you, the pot falls before he gets through the doorway it's set on. This allows for an interesting way to counter the gadget as well. If you know there's an enemy Azar on the board, you can use any type of loud sound like grenades or bullets to bait the pot and avoid damage, while still giving her the ability to have area denial. This pot is also vulnerable to bullets, just thought I should add that in too. Azar will probably get 3 to 4 of these, and they will last a similar amount of time to Goyo's canisters, but probably less based on the amount she gets. Now, an interesting balancing note I have for these little guys is similar to Capcan. When grouped up, their combined fire will last longer. So for example, if you were to say put them above a reinforced hatch, you could theoretically deny that hatch from attacker access for the majority of the round. By simply placing them on the ceiling, if the attacker doesn't notice them, they'll fall on top of the hatch and then they can no longer throw anything on the hatch. Now for her loadout, I wanted to get a little creative. We already have a few ARs in defense, and I wanted to add another without getting too risky. She gets the option between the Type 89 and the MX Storm, both of which will be locked to one-time sights. I felt the Type 89 was fitting as it has a 20 round capacity and has moderate recoil. For her secondary, nothing special, just the Beretta. As for her secondary gadgets, I wanted to give her the ability to set her own gadgets off, so I gave her the proximity alarm, which will do that, and I also gave her impact grenades for the same reason, but also so she can open holes in walls and floors, not only for rotates, but also for sound to travel through. Alright guys, that's it for Operation Cinder Origin. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe if you want to see many more operator concepts to come. Join up on the Discord if you have some of your own, as I will be featuring them in a future community highlight series. I appreciate your time, and I will see you on the flip side.